Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For today, I want to dig into tourism. Not the tourism you know, but I really want to dig into the tourism in our city, Skylines City. Are we fully utilizing tourism in our city? So I know many of us, we have our modern art museum, we have our observation tower, we have our posh mall, our sea fortress. All of us have parks. And we fully have parks and leisure in our city, but are we fully utilizing tourism in our city? Let's find out. So here is our economy. It is located at the bottom of the City Skylines little tool belt. And what you're gonna see on the screen is how our city makes money. So we bring in money from our residential, our commercial, our industrial. Then you can see where you're losing money. Like, for example, right here, we have transportation costing us a lot of money. But if we go over to the tourism part, are we fully utilizing this? We're making about $21,000, give or take. Like, it's close. All right, $21,520. So how can we improve that by $25,000 without spending anything? Let me show you. So the very first thing you're going to need to know is that you need City Skylines After Dark. And with that DLC, you're going to notice that on the toolbar to the left, you could see a few different things. You could see leisure, you could see park areas, then everything in pink is tourism. So now you're going to say, well, what is the whole point of your video? Well, there is a toolbar at the bottom of the screen where you can actually build tourism or tours in your city. So the very first thing we are going to dig into is the hot air balloon. Now I know the hot air balloon, you know, it's literally a hot air balloon ride that flies throughout, I don't know if flies is the right word, but it just goes and travels around your city. And it's a part of tourism, it's a part of the tours. So I did add it to our city. And as you can see, it was flooded for a couple seconds. But this is just the quick part of tourism. I just added some rocks around it and did some minor detailing. So this is not the main meat and potatoes of tourism. This was just something I decided to add because that was the very first thing that we could build in the tour part of City Skylines. So basically just adding rocks around it and just adding some trees and shrubs and stuff like that just to make it look cool. Okay, so now that we have that in place, you know, there it is, hot air balloon tours. So we started expanding tourism. So the second thing you're gonna see is the Sightseeing Bus Depot. What that is, it's kind of like a normal bus depot. But what you're gonna do with the Sightseeing Bus Depot is set up tours. So you know how you set up bus lines in your city? Well, what you could do is you could set up a bus line where all of our tourists can go to and follow the bus lines in general. So for example, the current bus line we're looking at right now, that is just going through our downtown area. So you made a bus loop. Then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna build a walking tour point of interest. So what these are is you're placing these tour points to different parts of your city. Now you need to make sure these are small and very walkable. We're not gonna have this walking path go across the city, but you're gonna have small walking paths or walking points of interest that, you know, people can do a small loop. And whoa, I guess we're missing a building. But anyways, the whole point of these small loops are that we can combine the sightseeing buses and the loops. So people are gonna take the bus to some of these loops and just walk around. So the sightseeing tour, you could get people to go all around your city. And it's pretty cool how these work out, and people never use them. Like, for example, the new City Skylines, Promenades and Plazas DLC, look how perfect that is for people, you know, tourism. Like, the whole thing is just a giant tourist trap. So, you know, adding those points of interest was definitely something that, you know, I just found really, really interesting. And people, like YouTubers, do not take advantage of these. So we're going to see, after I finish adding all these walking points of interest, like does this add any money to our overall tourism in our city? Like, you know, or is this just a giant waste of time? So before we get to the final results, put in the comments section below. Do you think adding tours to your city, Skyline City, will it help your city make more money? Or do you think it's just a colossal waste of time? And I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to figure it out. So comment below for the next 2 seconds now. 2, 1. All right, guys, let's find out if adding tours was worth it in City Skylines. So there is our amazing balloon tour. Yeah, I know, looks fantastic. I mean, it's working and it's not flooded, so that's a huge positive. So let's see what results we came up with. So we're gonna go back to the tourism part of our, you know, just the tours part, and you can see we have 43 residents and 53 tourists. Then again, we have 47 tours taking the bus tour and 47 tourists. So we have people taking these tourist lines. So we have a couple of them that are pretty popular. We have one that's 33 passengers currently. Let's go over and just check it out. Oh, and of course, it is in the plazas and promenades pedestrian only part of our city. So that is the most popular place to go, which makes sense. It is all purplish pink. It is the highest you can actually do. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. I understand that. Now let's just go to the second part of town. And no, we do not want to exit out. Right now, that screen is not in a good spot. So if we click out over here, let's just hit the exit or X button. And so our second most popular one is actually downtown. Holy cow. Okay, so it wants to go to the opera and a few other of the skyscrapers to visit. So obviously the skyscrapers act as parks and stuff like that. So we have a couple, you know, really popular lines, and we haven't actually played this for I let the game render for a good 5 minutes just to let the tourism and all that stuff kick in. So honestly, I think this so far, you can see people are starting to use tourism. So remember, we were at 20,000. We are currently at $45,000. So we increased, okay, now 44, but we increased our tourism at least $20,000 to $25,000. Now, in the grand scheme of things, when you're looking at your budget and making money in City Skylines, like, that's a lot of money. That was free money. So all we did was we added a bus depot and we added tour lines, and we basically increased our City Skylines tourism by $20,000 to $25,000. We didn't even build anything. We just added the tourism line. So guys, let me know what you guys think of this whole tourism idea. Please let me know in the comment section below. If this was dumb, let me know. You know, I think this worked out fantastic. I got $25,000 for free, basically. So thank you very much.